We're gonna tune you out. Swap over to here. Hopefully this is capturing. Wonderful. Ah. Okay. Very cool. Should I move it? Actually, wait. Let me get in. I want to see if my camera is blocking anything. You've only just realized my mic has a color gradient shift. How many years, Cookies? How many years? Okay, wait, let's skip all that. Yeah. Sequoia out. I don't really remember where we left off last time. I should have probably checked beforehand, you know? Was this it? Warehouse A, 5 minutes of life. AB game, round 2, ally. Finished a route partially. I'm assuming it must be this one that I finished partially. Oh. Fuck my life. Which one do we want to do? Shit. There's so many options, dude. Like, so many. Right, got betrayed by Dio to get the Accelavir back. Right. Okay, that happened. So we could try going through the other door this time, or we could try. I don't know. I hate having choices. It upsets me. You can either start a new one or go back to the first one you did since you unlocked it. You wish to jump? I do. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I wanna see what more is happening on that like route of life. Howdy, hey y'all. So this is just after.
All right, please pay attention, everyone.
Calm down. Jeez, loud as hell. Yeah, this is after Alice.
You need to hear this. The
Yeah.
Atom has finished scanning Alice.
How can I even like? How much lower can I lower the volume? Is this? Oh my gosh! Why is it so loud? Like actually. What?
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's.
Now it's too low? Oh god, volume balancing, why must you forsake me?
She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Is that better? Gasp. On our way back, Phi had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
Oh no!
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 What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment.
Exalevilar. Exavivalar.
Immunogoblin?
Oh
It's
yeah.
another name for antibodies.
The
Some people have
immunogoblin.
antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
One notch down? Okay. Okay.
Those antibodies are the basis for Accelavir.
How about that? That good? Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can we just stick them in those? Think that's fine? Okay, cool. It's so, dude, it's so hard to tell.
Right.
But you're telling me after all this time, Cookies, 16 months. I've circled back to that. Yes, by the way, I have. Okay.
I thought of that
It's
too,
just registered
so
once
I went to take a
again.
closer look at
So that
them.
it took you 16 months to register the
Unfortunately.
gradient. Estimating my head. They can't cure it.
They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Accelavir.
Well, I mean, we found the one bottle.
The pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
I'm never staring at the mic or staring at your mediocre face. You ruined me.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
Well, Hey, yoink. I'm gonna huff these boys over to the freezer. As he spoke, Tenryuji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenryuji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Accelerate.
What?
Well, what is it?
A what? Hold on, there's a name on the label here. Axel.
Excelivir!
Axelav.
You found it, Sigma! That's
Wow.
the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
I'm really talented. You guys can thank me later.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier. We
Earlier
explored the
when?
laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket. Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around
I mean,
in his
that's
pockets
fair.
for it after that, to be honest.
It's a respectable
It also slipped
decision, my good
mind.
sir.
We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details?
Oh yeah, and if you could let me know when G starts streaming 9K.
We have it.
Of course.
Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
Wait, she already did? The same time as me? Bro.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
Fuck. Okay.
There's only enough here for one person.
Well.
The only way we have to administer
we'll
this is
get
with
through to the end of
injection
this
gun.
route, and we'll see.
The way it functions, it uses a
Oh,
whole
fuck.
bottle each time you pull the trigger.
Everyone out, single file line. This is an evacuation.
In other words, we can't split the dose in two or
GTFO. G is
something.
live.
Right.
Christ, man. I thought you would start at like 12:30 or something. Man, I thought I was starting super early. Decided to do Cursecraft early a month or so back. But Simon's not even streaming today. It's not even Cursecraft. While we stood stunned, Fine moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes and stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing.
From 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm dead.
That one bottle was it.
I leave for a month? And this happened? No, I'm kidding. Quick recap for this route. You find Alice explored crew quarters, went down to the AB game, found no dead body, got betrayed, found a bomb. Okay, so this is the bomb route. Both Luna and Alice to B garden, and now back here with Quark, infected, and Alice later. Okay.
Unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be
I
saved.
argue...
Who should we give it to?
Alice?
I actually don't know who to argue. What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to
What are we
save one
going
of
to do?
them. I mean, we're going to save them both. Wow. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Sigma. That's, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think about that one yet. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. And to be some way to save both of them. It was there. I knew it. Immunoglobulin. Yes, the immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies.
Your IG replicate. Oh yeah, the Instagram replicator.
Makes copies of stuff.
I remember. So it's like a
Yeah,
copy machine.
Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Immunoglobulins. So if we
Who
take our
knows?
thing and we shove it in there,
Ice cream by the gallon?
I wish. So wait, what's G playing today then? Or is she doing YouTube? I said I've got it. The Instagram replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin.
What?
Sheesh. Oh, what? It can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Luna just said Excelivir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more
Hold on a
Excelivir.
moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it.
How did you
Clover
know,
and I
Sigma?
examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
I am God. Do not question my
We
wisdom.
never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it when I was in the lab.
When was that?
Sorry.
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No, Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. This is when it starts picking up and getting real interesting because we're starting to get our crossover timelines, man. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to do.
Luna looks so offended at me.
That would mean we could cure.
I'm sorry, Luna.
Alice
Don't look at
and
me like
Quark.
that, please. I'm insecure. I'm
Let's
sensitive.
go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah,
You're-
no time to waste.
We all nodded. Wait, we can't leave them here all
Thomas the
alone.
Wank Engine.
Thomas the Wank Engine. Yeah, what's up, Demi? Hey, human. Hey, Megs. How's it going? Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Of course, I'd be happy to.
I don't know. I'm starting to get suspicious of Luna because it's like she's so nice that it's getting to be suspicious. Which is silly because like simultaneously, I would probably be the exact same as Luna. I would probably be nice because fuck that, what else am I gonna do? Be a rude bitch? No. You look less dead than usual. Thank you. I feel a little less dead than usual. Games have been ruined. Anytime someone's good, I'm like, you're evil, right? I know, right? It's so bad, dude. Literally, that's what Nancy Drew Games trained me for when I was a kid. My like immediate thing when I was young was anytime someone seems to be nice, they're hiding something. That was one of my firm beliefs at the age of either 8 or 7. It was a very young age, and it was a firm belief of mine. That's all I remember. How you doing though, Demi? How's it going, dude?
So this is the lab, huh?
I like the lab, huh?
Where's this IG replicator thing?
There.
So this
See?
can copy the Accelavir?
Hopefully.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. Guys, don't rush me. Carefully lower the small vial of Accelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it
Skip
should...
it. Just press the damn thing.
Oh. My bad. What's Accelavir? Okay, so in this world, Accelavir is one of the only cures to a virus that has cropped up recently. Because it's Radical 6. It's the only thing that has, the immunoglobulins. Yeah, the thing. I'm trying to sell my old TV, stand, console on Facebook Marketplace. No one is interested. I might have to lower the price, but I want money. Hey, you could always try eBay. eBay does also do like does also have some decent turnaround. Did it
Have a
work?
look.
Yeah,
The
it
empty
fucks
vial
with
has something
time.
in
Yeah,
it now.
okay, yeah. Honestly, you remembered more than me. I forgot that it fucked with your time.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was.
Oh.
It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
Slows down your brain processing speed. It's basically, I am patient 0.
So
I'm
it
happy
worked?
to let you know.
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. You shouldn't... Intending to slip them deftly into my pocket.
What happened?
Shit. Sorry, my hand slipped.
Dropped one of them?
Just
What the hell?
one.
What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If it had broken, we could have just made another copy. Jesus Christ, brother. Before Tenmyoji could reply if I spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see?
Like
It did break.
patient -1. Hey! Gives everyone ADHD and sleep deprivation.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
What, you find an ant colony or something? She slid back from the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Oh shit, there's bombs here too.
Whoa. Really? That makes 2 then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So who the fuck planted it in this one then?
So it would seem.
There has to be another party. Nah, there's someone else. There's someone else besides our group.
Was this here when
Because
you
there's
guys
that
came through
murdered
the first
broad,
time?
and there's more. There's some more. There's more. There's more.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Why is the
And I
pink girl
looked
smiling?
real hard.
Her expression is glitched. Basically, she's just perma smiling
Then
throughout the whole
somebody must
game.
have said it while we were looking for Alice.
It was this is like a console port release, right? So there was no murder this time. Well, there was no murder this time, but that still means that some crazy old broad is floating about the place. She's probably planting them
Who
bombs.
the hell would do that?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I definitely believe that there's more than just us
No,
9
not
in the
any of
game.
us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
Right.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
It's me.
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji,
Well, I would imagine
you have no
Quark's
proof
off
that
the
you
list
spent
for
the entire time in
planting
the
like
infirmary,
atom
do you?
bombs.
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane. Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
I kind of believe him, to be honest, but hey, it makes her look so sinister. I know, right? She's just like, oh no, they're going to die. Girl, calm down, please. Tenmyoji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a
Oh.
memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do we have somewhere we could like insert it?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
I don't know, man. Could I see it for a minute? Plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. There was like nothing. Weren't there card readers in this room? Or something? Maybe not. I don't know. Shoot! No dice! We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see
So
anything
what do we
here.
do?
Maybe it wasn't in here. Oh wait, no, this was this thing. We plugged those 4 things in some different room. Yeah, this was the room with the Pokemon balls. What do we do? Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
10
Blim,
minutes
blim.
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay, but hear me out,
All
y'all.
players, please enter your votes.
Everyone just be ally.
If no vote is recorded
know.
before the
Ally.
deadline has
Tatiana.
passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
See, it
Guys,
works
I think
out.
maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Well, personally,
Not
I
much
would
we can
leave
do
it
except
there.
leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
Yeah,
True,
literally.
but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later.
Don't drop the bomb.
Right now, we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Oh. Dude, it was funny. Last night I was trying to do some editing for the
Right.
on the FNAF video that I filmed. It's pretty short. It's a very short
saw you
video.
do
I'm
it.
probably gonna just film more because it feels too short. But
It might
a
take
fucking
a little
jump
while,
scare
but they should recover.
in the footage that I was editing, it scared me again. Like outside of the game. And I was very upset by that. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. Short King. Oh, dude, it's like Chica jump scare, man. It was a Chica jump scare. That's the worst part. Madness I'd seen on their faces before it was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
I don't
Yes.
know, man.
The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course.
Of course.
How do you know, Luna?
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
I forgot about her Tibby necklace? Tibby. Honestly, this just reminds me of BioShock Infinite.
Oh man, what
okay,
a
girl.
relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. A little more than a grin. Oh, like Tibby. High key, low key, I thought like Tibby was some sort of like specific type of jewelry or something. Okay. Well, you pulled the fast one on me. Didn't really mean to, but.
5 minutes remain.
Remain.
All right, everyone can be relieved later. Right now, we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn.
I
Don't
don't
even have time to catch our breath.
I really don't see why they're so fussed about it when it says it defaults to ally. That's just a win-win for everyone. I don't understand. Oh well. Whatever. It's fine. I'll have an existential meltdown about it later. If no one votes, they get penalized. So just have one person
Stay
vote.
back in the infirmary.
And if they don't vote ally, just beat this shit out of them. Boom, foolproof
Why?
plan. Am I right?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything.
Did you trust them?
So I asked him if he
Probably
was coming
not.
with us.
Honestly.
And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I mean,
I
fair.
see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
Oh man, well that's an easy betray. No offense.
That's cool.
Unless they choose to
Nothing
ally.
to worry about. I plan to choose ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then.
I simply just do not believe you, Mr.
I want to
Dio.
win, but I'm not that desperate.
I don't know about
You see
that,
what I'm
Mr.
saying,
Dio.
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair.
What, you're going to drag around their unconscious body? No, just take them to the medical sector and like hack off their arm and boom, good to go. Smile.
Tenmyoji only had one BP left.
Yeah, no, it really wouldn't work out
Since
too
Dio
well.
said he's
But
going to pick an ally.
with what? Don't worry, we'll get to that when we get
I
to that.
can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still
I have
sleeping.
bad news for you. Hack off an arm and they die of blood loss pretty quickly. What?
That is correct.
Get a bandage. You'll be fine.
I got 6.
Oh god. Don't put me in a life or death
As
situation.
do I.
I'll just choose death. This will be a tough one
If one
then.
of them can get the other to ally and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Man,
Look, Kay,
can y'all just
I know
behave?
you don't really have any reason to trust
Like,
me.
can we all just be good people?
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because it worked in the quarry doesn't mean it
I
will
agree.
here.
If we were to both
Aw.
betray, then we would gain no points.
Oh no, don't remind me of the quarry. Don't remind me of what
We
I
would
did to
lose
my
nothing
poor
either,
boy.
But that's hardly relevant.
My poor boy.
If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Exactly.
Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes.
Promise?
I'm watching you, Kay. Your little
Promise.
up carrot eyeballs.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a whole
Shit, this is
group of
bad.
me, then it would be great. then we
We
could
need
all
to
just
move
vote
now.
ally and everyone would be happy.
Indeed.
But it's not a whole group
Shall
with
we?
me. So, say la vie. Vizzy played the quarry during her tipathon and she saved everyone with 2 lives used. Okay. That would be a fun like challenge, like trying to play the quarry through it and just actually saving everyone. I mean, I pretty much already did it and I was only robbed by a bug. And that is what I fervently believe to this day. But it would be fun to try again nonetheless. DOK if I on Clover took all blah, 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 blah. Counting from the left, Dia went into the room there, K went into room 4, and Fine Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. That left Luna and myself. Yeah, girlfriend. What do you think about taking the one on the
Sounds
far
good.
left? Yay. With that settled, we headed into AB room number 1. Why'd the second one stay closed? Next game will now begin. Start. So, what you picking? At this point, you know me.
30 seconds remain.
I'm a creature of
until
habit.
Ambidex game polling closes.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary. So,
We should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to
Yes.
that anyway. You're not really fair to betray somebody who isn't voting. You're Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Aw, not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a moment, the nunnery games didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain.
Alright, kids,
until
calm down.
Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ally.
Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game
I
has
swear.
been completed.
Alice bitch ass gonna find some way to vote
Results
Betray.
will be displayed
Just from
in
beyond-
the warehouse.
beyond the
Thank you
walls
for
of
your
time.
participation.
The smile confirms it. God
Ambidex
bless.
gates
Well,
now opening.
man. But she like wake up just in time and run. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. All right, let's go have a look at
Okay.
the results.
Results from round 2
Ooh, our
of the
Ambidex
Ambidex game
game
will now be displayed. Please direct your attention
Shocking
to
results
the
this
results
time.
screen.
Monka. Slightly spooked. Betray. Betray. Ally betray. Huh.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
I'm gonna stop questioning it. I'm just gonna stop questioning it. Well, been nice knowing y'all. Kay and Clover both wanted 9 points. Dia was a dick and Fine knows it. Yeah, Alice is literally unconscious. It was impossible. Like, literally. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. It was a question I would never know the answer to. Oh, you're just not gonna explain. Okay. Well. Does that mean it's a lie that the thing defaults to ally? Does it default to betray? Or does it just choose at random? It's not a lie. My legs began to
Sigma.
wobble.
Sigma!
Sigma.
Hang on!
Sigma.
No! Sigma, get up!
Look what
Sigma.
y'all did to me.
Sigma!
Look what y'all did to
I-
me. This is all y'all fault. This is all of y'all's fault. My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Did we lose? Not them. Well, I'm gonna blame them anyways. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet, there she stood. An apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Is it the murdered bitch? No, it is straight up Alice. Girl, what? The world was gradually going black and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I had entered our room? But even if she had, why choose betray? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. This bitch is trifling. Downright trifling. Bruh. Bruh. This motherfucker books it out the hospital room after I used my giga brain across time and space to figure out how to save her, and then she votes betray. Well, well, now I'm just gonna go back and vote betray because I'm done with Alice. I've had it. I've had it up to here with this bitch. I've had it up to here. Listen, Luna, you're just gonna have to trust me, sweetheart. You're gonna have to put a little faith in
30
me.
seconds remain.
All right, we're just gonna. Shh. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why?
And the good twin is the unconscious one. I've decided she has a twin. Honestly, maybe. I know that was like... That's like... Danganronpa's twist, I think. But like the first one. I remember watching the anime.
What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting.
I saw the future. I saw the future, Luna! There's nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I picked betray instead. Because I have insider info. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Bro, that's me. You're welcome. Yo, what's up, Tyrell? What's up, Tyrell Swanson? Perhaps I've been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that I moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Nah, because I swear, Enki, I swear.
Really? We already know what they are.
If it's ally this time,
It's just simple math.
I'm slapping up. The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes. I swear, if it is, I'm going to be like actually kind of mad. Like slightly mad.
Please,
for the love of God. It's betray across the board. Okay, thank you. Thank fuck. I'm like, what cosmic, just cosmicity could cause such a massive tragedy? It's gonna happen.
points
But it's not gonna
have been
happen.
assigned
Okay.
or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to...
Me. See, Luna? See? Trust me. What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. How can Alice's vote betray? You're welcome. This bitch. For real. Alice! She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was reeling. Where did she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprising confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh?
No, bitch.
Not
Fuck
so easy
you.
when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
Choke. Die.
Coward.
Actually die. Die. Me? A coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Like, actually, why are you even
You
here?
gave me the antivirus, didn't you?
I regret
Tell me
it.
OG told me.
I regret
Thank
it. And then she picks betray on me?
I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be
Maybe
under the
I'm just a
effects of
really, really,
anesthetic.
really simple person. Maybe I simply just don't view the world the same as other people. Because I
Yes,
I
well,
don't
I
see
still
any of these people's
A bit.
reasonings.
I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's
Oh,
horrible.
but you could stand well enough to run over here and vote
I'm more
betray.
resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that
Strangle
gas
her
when
with the
they
Tibby
kidnapped me.
necklace. I don't know what I just said. The Tibby necklace. But yes, correct.
In any event,
I
a
hate
few minutes
this
ago I
bitch.
woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
You know what? Honestly, okay, good. That makes me feel very, 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 very good that this bitch is in that alternate timeline knowing that she killed me
Yes.
and I saved
Right
her
in the nick
life.
of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I
All
recall.
right. That's yeah. Just, I will comfort myself with
You
that
did Just
knowledge.
so you could betray us?
Like actually.
Right? What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
I hate her
Yes.
though. You're full of shit. Like, on God, self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what
So
you
what
were
if I
trying to do,
was?
right? So what if I was? All right, no, never mind. L plus Bozo. This is vile, vicious. Also, okay, yeah, that was you. It's been a while. It's been a while. You caught me with that one. I looked over. I had to take a check. I had to take a peek. You would have killed me. You literally did kill me. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could
Don't be
escape.
stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was... That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here?
Because this is the second time, you
Look at those
wench.
results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Yeah, true. Fee and Dio. I mean, Fee knew that Dio would choose betray because Dio is Dio, and Fee is smarter than me, so.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen
This
ally,
group
the
is
other one
just
would have 9 BP right now.
venomous. Luna and I do not stand a chance. It's not fair. We're doomed. I turned to look at the results again. Before I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? I think they're just all dickheads, honestly, and self-serving and self-interested. Yeah, whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a
My
wall.
apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
I'll be leaving
Elbozo.
too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Well, in that case,
At 2,
yeah.
5. I know. Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit. Oh, I accidentally clicked outside of the
See?
thing.
There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here. Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I'm infuriated at this. I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with the light to have Alex back. And then Fi doesn't even stick with me. Fi just dippity-doo-dahs and dippity-days. Okay. Hello, Dev. How are you doing? I'm...
Everyone's gone.
Honestly,
No.
you aren't going to leave too? You sure I
know,
chose
but I
betray?
still believe in you, Sigma.
At period, as you should,
I
Queen.
think your hand must have just slipped or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Actually, I saw the future, but yeah, basically. My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my ass. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse. Boom, boom, boom.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
So after the star round, it's just vote to the bitter end, huh? Oops.
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet? Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
Puck's hair behind ear. I'm about to die.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
The parents.
That's right.
Assignments hop around a bit too.
I'm a cyan bear.
I'm a magenta pear.
Wonder what the others are.
Anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
Should probably try and find them. Figure it out. 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open.
Everyone
What should
else
we do
is
now? Physically and emotionally, yeah, true. Everyone's just split up. No matter how many times we repeat the AB game, if nobody trusts anybody else, we'll be able to get out of
It
here.
would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Is getting out of here not a common goal, dude? Yeah, we all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy of the state.
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
I mean, yeah, true. After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Accelavir. You don't need to get out with others, you can just get out by yourself. But that doesn't mean you can't try to be a nice person. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just woefully, like, self-endangeringly nice or something. I don't know. If we can figure out which of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them. How do we figure out who it is?
Do you have any clues?
No? Not even one. Oh wait, no, we do. We do have one. Specifically singular. When? Is a memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb
Really?
dropped it. I'm just evolved. I don't know. Wouldn't that mean like I'm not evolved? Isn't that the survival of the fittest type thing?
I guess we can't really use it.
Darwinism or whatever.
Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something. Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one. Yes.
Okay, was it the infirmary?
I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
I knew it was somewhere with medicine. Luna and I, oh yeah, it was on the side there. Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
Well, humans are pack animals, so you're evolved for pack survival, not solitary survival. Hey, you know what? Okay. Okay. I like it. What am I doing here? What are you doing here, bitch? I hope if I bounced her its worth and thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. No, I don't want to have to be the bigger person. I've been the bigger person in like 4 different timelines now. Why can't she have a turn? As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already.
Go ahead.
That's what she's. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. Yes, of course.
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Oh yeah, they do repeat, actually.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Some kind of
Doesn't
code or
look
something?
random to me. Think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
Let me get us this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two.
Yeah,
How about
like...
you share it with the rest of the class?
Let's be a little forthcoming with the information, my dear. Stretched her neck from side to side.
This is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
Oh.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at,
Hey, I'm down.
you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Dude. The freaking law and the work out there. My goodness, they are being loud. Bruh. It was set by one of the
Yes.
Myrmidons, wasn't it? Yo, what's up, Kylo?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I have got a ton of questions for you, but let me start with this one. What the heck does that
I
thing
don't
say?
know. How am I supposed to
Oh.
decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to
It would
decode.
take
What
literally.
about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See,
I mean, fair. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? True. Why do you know about this code? True. You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do. Agreed.
Sorry, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person.
I did
Really?
not set the
And
bomb.
where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. Ally. Friend! I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please? We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine, if you won't tell us about yourself, then tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Friend, pal, body, compadre. How you doing, Carlo? Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Oh, okay. Hey, wait, Alice. I took off after her. And then I fell down the stairs. And then we all exploded at the end.
How long are you going to keep following me?
For a while. I'm persistent and stubborn. Until you tell me what you know.
Why don't you just ask Clover? You
Clover?
already know she works with me. Then
Well,
why don't
yeah.
you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
I mean, because you've picked the trade twice, okay? You're a big bully meanie pants, all right? Remember the crew quarters or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
Don't get all shy and cutesy with me. It's too late for that. It is too late for that. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. Ay. She's like, oh my god, what, you like me or something? I swear to god, we walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
Yeah, you mean in the
Yes.
AB game?
I
Yeah.
was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there. I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else.
Yeah, true, she did get
When I got
infected.
there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real.
Okay, no, but that's low-key an actual thing. Except if it was slow motion, not
Then
fast
I started
forward.
to feel like...
That's like a reverse adrenaline hit, you know? Like instead of time slowing down, time sped up. That's weird. I don't know.
I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
How'd you meet? Oh, you end up together. The how you met story would be wild. Oh, how'd you guys meet? Oh, you know, we were kidnapped. Woke up in a death game together. She tried to kill me like twice. You know, I was calling her a crazy bitch and all sorts of other stuff. But then we just
Yes,
kind of
I
hit it
think so.
off, you know?
I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared.
Well,
See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
do what?
Kill me!
Huh?
Get it over with!
What? What? Hold up, slow down, ma'am. I don't even hate you.
I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Okay, listen. This is the timeline where you haven't killed me because I know the future and I subverted that tragedy. You heard what she said. Shank her up. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek, then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. Okay, now she's whipping out the teary-eyed maiden. Okay, I'm sorry. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this?
Fake
know.
bitch, like actually.
You kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who
Yes.
killed your dad? Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried? If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Shut up, Cookies. Weird out. What the fuck? Keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what
About
you want to know.
myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
I mean, to be honest, she got enough that she could like. So I can see where you're coming from.
Really?
What else are they used for? For supporting necklaces like that? Duh. Duh.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Hog story. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met when my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. Oh, of course, yes. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why he moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. Giving black eyes when running. Oh my gosh. Okay, Cookies. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother, alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. Cannot relate! I earned a full ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time, that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Oh. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. We just know that Left. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. But trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Fortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. Alright, so we've got a cult, we've got terrorists. It's basically Resident Evil game. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then one day I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out there immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. Alright, so that's okay. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked inside of the very building that I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had investigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a sixth person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it, per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other four, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. Mr. McAsicles, Mr. Pharmaceutical Man, yeah, we also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Insert Outlast here. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. That makes sense. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Hey, Bed and Sis, what's up? What's happening? Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, while on the floor next to her was another body. Snake? Oh, it was my father. Okay. I don't know why I thought it would be Snake. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he'd died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. He had beaten him to death. Jeez. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the SOIS to do the same. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought he was sending a message, or they were sending a message to me. Or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on his steel slab. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. Aw, I love you, Alice. Bruh. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness, not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They'd destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. And we know the rest. Okay. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Well, okay, I can see why she'd be even more on edge then. She was literally about to hit a, stain on a terrorist organization, and she got kidnapped and dropped here with a bunch of strangers. Fair. I guess I can understand why she wouldn't be trusting. Or whatever. I suppose. Gosh.
We should go back.
Not yet. Sure, I explained a lot, but there's one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs, and based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon, right? I say it's Dio, and I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Or Kay. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. You have any clues?
Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless. A key is a key.
My boy just said, what's a key?
It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Also, what's up with your outfit? That's the biggest mystery here. It is certainly a very bold statement for fashion. To be continued. Another lock. Oh. Thane, okay. Jeez, man, there's still so much. There's so much. Maybe we'll do more of this on Friday. All right, yeah, because I don't want to do too long of a stream. I don't know. And also, my mouth is kind of deceased after all that reading. I cannot tell a lie. I don't know. Enki, what do you say? Mario Galaxy or more of this on Friday? Tomorrow, I suppose. Yes, tomorrow. Kind of tempted to do this because this is interesting. It's interesting, man. Yeah. Can we skip it? Can we skip it? Let me through. Ah. Okay. You can decide tomorrow on what you're feeling. I suppose so. All right, come on. Skip. Very cool. All right, I am going to apologize to you, Bed. Today was just like a really short stream. I just wanted to do it kind of last second. I don't know why I'm saving there, but I am saving there. Oh wait, quit button right there. Haha, very good. But yeah, I just wanted to get a quick stream out. I will be streaming again tomorrow, and honestly, I think I'll probably be playing more of this because it's starting to get to that good stuff. It's starting to get where all the timelines are crossing over, and that's what I enjoy the most about it. But yeah, that's it. I'm interested. Found amount of to be continueds in this game to be frustrating. That's fair. That is fair. I kind of enjoy it personally because the more plot threads that he gives me, and then like the less it explains as it gives to me, it just gives me more things to mull over, to think about, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna of course send you guys on over to G, because you know how it is. You know what it be, what it do, what it da ba da bibbidi ba. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll play some more of the Virtue's Last Reward, and then yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, have a good one. Bye bye. Peace out. Take care of yourselves.